Hey fellow Dashers, have you ever found yourself frustrated with your acceptance rate and wondered how you can turn things around? Well, you're in the right place because today we're diving into the world of improving your acceptance rate with Doordash. Welcome to my video on raising your Doordash acceptance rate, hidden tips for Dashers to succeed. Acceptance rate is a crucial metric that directly impacts your earnings as a Dasher. In this video, I'll explore the challenges that Dashers face in maintaining a high acceptance rate and share some secret tips to help you succeed. Let's address the elephant in the room, the challenges Dashers encounter in keeping their acceptance rate up. From long distance deliveries to low paying orders and the potential impact on incentives, it's not always smooth sailing when it comes to maintaining a high acceptance rate. In this video, I'm going to show you the techniques that I use to stay at platinum status with the acceptance rate above 70%. If your acceptance rate is below 70%, you can use these tips to increase it and work towards that goal. Why do you care about 70%? It might seem like an unattainable goal, but it's very important. First of all, it screws with your schedule. Look, on this day right here, I was below 70% and the schedule sucked. It only allowed me to dash early in the morning or 6 a.m. or something like that, depending on the day. And it was like that for the entire week. Well, once I increased the platinum status, it did this, and everything was open. I could dash from midnight to 4 a.m. the next morning. The schedule completely opened up, and that is a big inconvenience when you can't get a decent schedule. You need that to make the money, and that is why we're dashing. Before we get into the video, I want to ask you, what's your acceptance rate? Are you trying to raise it to 70%? Or are you trying to maintain 70%? And if you think I've missed something in this video, or you have any good suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. I always check the comments. First, you need to be strategically pausing your dash. Now, that's not just what it sounds like. Certain situations would be where you're going to work and you might get your two zones in my area are separated by 7 miles of interstate. If I'm in the bottom zone and want to head up to the top zone, as soon as I get on the interstate, I need to pause my dash because it might give me one behind me that requires me to go 7 miles up and 7 miles back, and it puts me in situations where I may not accept an offer, and I don't want to be in any situations where I might not accept an offer if it's in my control. Next would be a situation where you get like a 12-mile offer that takes you out of zone and next to or into another zone that you don't want to work in. When you make sure you hit pause after this order on situations like that, so when you finish that delivery, it pauses your dash while you have time to return to your area, so you don't accidentally get some of those offers in a completely zone way up there that you don't want and you would decline. You can pause your dash as long as you want. There's a timer a little over 30 minutes, but if you let that run close to, whatever, and then resume your dash, you can immediately pause it again. If you need to, not that you want to be paused for that long, but if you need to make sure you're not in a situation where you could get an offer and you might have to tear it down based on situations I've listed. Allot yourself 2 discounted orders a day. That's 2 orders. Let's say that you don't take any orders less than $1.50 a mile. Well, take 2 of those orders, and if they're slightly below that threshold and they're not high mile offers, accept them. Give yourself 2 a day to just make sure that you don't decline any more than you need to. If you're absolutely desperate, take the offer that you wouldn't take and then unassign from it. Yeah, I know, completion rate's important, but if you're like me, I've never unassigned without penalty. My acceptance rate's at 100%. And if I unassign and take one, it drops it to 99, and I've got 100 deliveries to get that off my record. That could be another situation where you choose, like, this is an absolutely no way I'll take this offer, accept it, and then unassign. Your completion rate will drop 1%, but your acceptance rate won't be dinged because you did accept the offer. make sure if you're going to get lunch, make sure that when you order your food and you're committed to pause your dash then, because obviously if the food is not there yet but you've already ordered it, or it's just placed in front of you, you need a minute to eat it, wolf it down, whatever. But that would be a situation where you would be inclined to decline even good offers. Try to only decline offers when it won't drop you down a percentage. Sometimes when you decline an offer, it will drop you down a percentage. But sometimes when you decline an offer, it remains the same. Be mindful of that and try to make it where, if you can, to where you're doubling back on your decision where you drop a percentage, but doing it without a second question when it stays the same. When you look at it, when you're considering declining it, think about that, weigh that into your decision factor.